Alright, welcome back to More Ignorance in Basketball. Now, Death Valley, I thought I was going to have to make another video about another loss and 3 losses in a row. What are we, the fucking Pistons? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Thank God the Suns got a win today. Now, it was a close one, and that first quarter was ugly. It was ugly as hell. But, as usual, honestly, I don't know why I'm surprised. The Suns kind of treated this Knicks team, even though they're fourth in the West, which, I know it's always fuck you energy, but can we give a small round of applause for the Knicks for being the fourth seed in the East? Who the fuck saw that coming? Not me. I'll tell you that right now. Not me. I mean, when Julius Randle, who when he was on the Lakers, it was like, people didn't even really give a shit like that, is your best player and you're fourth in the, I mean, I know it's the East, but in any conference, I think that's really impressive. So shout out to them for that. But haha, bitch, you still lost. So let's talk about the game. Like I said, the first quarter was ugly. The Knicks shot 70% in the first quarter. 7-0. That means they didn't play any damn defense, not even for a second. They almost had a 40-point first quarter. That was unacceptable. But, like I said, the Suns turned it on late. And I'm not mad at them for turning it on late, especially this game since it was a back-to-back. I think they should have taken the Knicks a little bit more seriously. I think they're better than people are giving them credit for. But, clearly it worked. So let's go over the team stats because I have not looked at them yet. So the Suns ended up shooting 54% from the field. That's more like it. 41% from three. That's more like it. And 82% from the free throw, which is like about their average. So they only had 23 assists. I like them in the high 20s. But, I mean, that first half, we'll get into people shooting later, but wow, it was bad. So that makes sense. 6 blocks, 5 steals, 8 turnovers, really good. They kept the turnovers low. Both teams did. Actually, the Knicks only had 10, which I don't love. Force more. Again, there was no defense played in the first half. So, okay, let's go over the Knicks shooting. The Knicks shot 52% from the field, which is better than 70. So at least it wasn't 70. And 41% from three, which means they weren't really guarding the three well because the Knicks, I don't know the stats, but looking at their roster, they're not a good three-point shooting team. Yeah, the assists were about the same. They only had 1 block, so haha, you lose. 6 steals, about the same. Turnovers, like I said, they had 10. But the Knicks did have 16 more points in the paint. Now, before this game, I was a little bit worried, not only because the Knicks were on a 9-game winning streak, holy shit, but as we all know in Death Valley, I think the Suns' biggest weakness is power forwards, and Julius Randle arguably might be the best power forward this year. So I was a little worried about that, but luckily for us, he played like shit today. So hey, thank you, because you made my night a little bit better, Julius. I appreciate you. Let's see. What did he even shoot? I don't even know. I know it was bad, but I don't know how bad. Yeah, he was 6 for 17 from the field. Pretty fucking bad. He shot 50% from three, though. 3 of 6. With 18 points in 30 minutes. And he had 6 boards and 4 assists. Let's go over the Suns shooting because, like I said, some people had great games today. Okay, first off, Bing, I gotta let you guys know something. I appreciate you, not for existing because you're useless, obviously, but for putting the field goal percentage on your thing, But I don't know why you guys don't organize it so all the fucking people who don't play are at the bottom. Don't mix the non-players in with the regular players. I don't want to look at that shit. It's confusing. Get it together, Bing. Before you're fucking out of business, which should be any second now. I'm sorry. It's been a weird day. I had to go off on somebody, and today it was Bing. So Booker, great game. 14 of 26. He only had 1 of 4 from 3. 33 points, 3 assists, 4 boards. He played 41 minutes, though. That's what I don't like. I know he's only 24, but still, playoffs are coming. It's a back-to-back on the road. Be careful with the minutes. I know this was a must-win, but still, I don't love that. I mean, if they didn't play like shit in the first half, he wouldn't have had to. So, Chris Paul, 34 minutes, about his average. 8 of 12 from the field, really good. 2 of 3 from 3, 5 boards, 6 assists, 20 points, right? Now, obviously, this man went the fuck off to close the game, and it was majestic, some may say, beautiful, magical, enlightening. I had a great time watching it, so let me know what you guys think. Like, let's say, because already my head is in the playoffs, as you know. So, once it's a playoff game, right, and things are close, things are tight, would you guys rather have Chris Paul take the last shot or Booker take the last shot? Let me know your thoughts. Let's keep going down the list. Like right now, Sarge is just in the middle of this fucking list. He didn't even play. Why is he in the list? Get him out of here. Fuck. Cameron played really well today. 16 minutes. 4 of 6 from the field. 2 of 4 from 3. Like, what more could you ask for? 11 points, 4 assists, 3 boards. And he played really good defense, too. I'm telling you, like, Cameron Payne, what a fucking 180 from the beginning of the season to now. Not really you, just my perception of you, because I didn't really know anything. Complete 180. Bridges, now he couldn't buy a basket in that first half or quarter, but he showed up late. Like, Bridges, if it wasn't for Chris Paul's like crazy shots late, really Cam and Mikal really held it down in the fourth to help them get that win with their defense and their shot making. I mean, we'll get to Cam Johnson later, but shout out to Cameron Payne. Mikal Bridges. Shout out to Bridges. He played 41 minutes, which is a lot. 8 of 12 from the field. He shot 50% from 3, 3 out of 6, 4 boards, 3 assists, and 21 points. He had an excellent game, or excelente, and that is still Spanish. Aiden, not an amazing night. I would have liked to seen him go off, because who's going to guard you? Nerlens Noel? It's hilarious. Taj Gibson? Hilarious. Go the fuck off on these little-ass big men, Aiden. But I don't know. He just wasn't really aggressive. He only took 7 shots. He still made 4 of them. But he had 13 boards, which was nice. He really wasn't aggressive in that first half, like, at all. He picked it up late a little bit, though. Finished with 9 points, 13 boards, 2 assists. Like I said, 4 of 7 from the field. And played 35 minutes. Now, Javon Carter had hit 2 big threes in 12 minutes. He was 2 of 3 from the field. And they were all threes. 1 board, 6 points. Now, let's talk about our friend, Cameron Johnson. The untradeable Cameron Johnson. 3 of 11 from the field. That means he missed his first 8 shots. And I was like, golly. Because this is the thing, right? I told you Mikal started off a little bit rough, but he picked it up way earlier than Cam did. Cam didn't start hitting until the fourth quarter. But I was noticing the difference in their approach, right? Like, anytime Cam got it, if he was even semi-open, he was shooting it. But Bridges was just finding other ways of scoring, with his cutting or even his driving. He had a couple and ones when he was driving in today. And this is my thing, and I've said it over and over and over again, but I'm going to keep saying it. Once Cam Johnson can figure out that part of his game, he can be like a really, really good, I don't know if you want to call him a power forward. To me, he's a small forward. I know he's like 6'9", but he's just, he's not a fucking power forward. Let's be real. He definitely plays like a 3. Like, you're not seeing Cam Johnson back people down, throwing up hook shots and shit. Like, that's just never going to happen. Kaminsky got some minutes again. I'm assuming Sarge is injured, by the way they were speaking about him in like the press conference last game. I hate that that's what it took, Monty. Like, do you not see that this man is playing fucking awful? Fucking awful. But whatever. Kaminsky only 13 minutes, 1 of 2 from the field. He only took 1 3, and he missed that bitch. But he had 4 points and 4 rebounds. So, not terrible. Eye test tells me, again, way better than Sarge. His defense is way better. Now, Torrey Craig actually got the start today. I was surprised by that. 18 minutes, 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. Only 1 rebound. That's actually really surprising for Torrey Craig. I don't know. Wasn't an amazing game for him. It wasn't terrible. He only took 4 shots. Like, how bad of a game could you have when you take 4 shots? One thing I will say, I was surprised that Monty went with Cam Johnson to finish the game instead of Torrey Craig. I know Torrey Craig had like maybe 1 or 2 fouls that were kind of like but I mean, Cam Johnson had just missed 8 fucking shots in a row. 8. And Torrey Craig hit his first shot. I remember it was a 3, so, well, first and only. So that was surprising to me, but clearly he made the right decision, since after that cold start Cam had, he hit his last 3 in a row, and every single one of them was needed. Now, this was an interesting game. It was exciting to watch. It was important because, as we know, the Clippers are on the Suns' ass right now. Like, fuck. It's annoying. Let's look at the standings. So right now they're half a game ahead of the Clippers. They were tied. And they're 1.5 games away from that sweet, sweet number 1 seed. Now, with this play-in shit, I'm like, I don't even know where I want them to land. You know, like, if they played against the Mavericks first round, it's kind of tough. But who knows where the Mavericks are gonna land? Like, they could be the fucking 5th seed. They could be the 8th seed. Like, I don't know where this shit's. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, what is it? 7 through 10? It's kind of just up for grabs. Like, who knows? Like, this shit is ridiculous. And the way Steph Curry's playing, I don't want to fucking see that motherfucker in the first round. This guy's just dropping 50 points like it's nothing. Now, is that going to happen in the playoffs? Probably not, because he's just going to get doubled every play. And it's not like they have a lot of other scorers or shooters on that team, but, I mean, at least right now. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I still think it's, for the best to have the highest seed possible. But, like, the Spurs, the Grizzlies, the Trailblazers, the Warriors, those are all pretty decent teams. The West is pretty fucking stacked this year. So, I wish Phoenix was in the East, but it is not. But I don't know. What did you guys think? Were you guys nervous when you were watching the game? It's funny. Like, first quarter, I wasn't really nervous. I was just kind of pissed off. I mean, I never get nervous unless it's like a playoff game or something about my team getting their ass beat in the first quarter, just because I feel like it's almost like if your team's losing in the first quarter, to me, it's almost like a guaranteed win. I don't know why. I just feel like that's almost always the case. But I was just really disappointed with the defensive effort that I saw, just because it's like, damn, you just lost to the fucking Nets. You know, your second seed spot is up for grabs. This is a must win. And that's how you're going to show up? Like, fucking letting the Knicks shoot 70% from the field? It's ridiculous. But like I said, they turn it on in the second half. So I'm not too mad about it. They did enough to get the win. And I am not mad at that at all. I think it was really cool how Mikal and Cam kind of finished off the game, just because they played like shit against the Nets the other night. Or, I mean, they didn't play like shit, but they definitely shot like shit. And this Knicks defense is way better of a defense than that fucking Nets defense is. So I'm not worried about their shooting, obviously. I kind of want to see Monty rest some players. Hopefully they can get some rest in for Chris Paul. We all know he's old as hell. Booker probably could use a couple of days off. Mikal has never missed a game, so I'm assuming he probably wants to, like, keep that streak. But, let him play, like, fucking 2 minutes and then sit his ass down. I really want to see some rest. We know the Clippers love to get rest. Speaking of them, we'll see that game in 2 days. That should be an interesting one. That's a big one for seeding, obviously. It'd be really, really nice to see this Suns team get a win against them. The only good teams they haven't beaten are the Nets and the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely be getting a post-game interview about that. And that's all I got for tonight. I'll see you guys after the Clippers game. Peace.